are live right now. It's the Great American Ford Sales Event going on now at your Best in Texas Ford dealer. Just announced 0% financing for 66 months on America's best-selling brand. That's right, 0% for 66 months on Ford's complete lineup of 2016 cars, trucks, and SUVs. And as a thank you for serving our country and community, all members of the Armed Forces and first responders receive $1,000 appreciation bonus cash. The Great American Ford Sales Event for a limited time at your Best in Texas Ford dealer.
Join the family at Fit Family Fitness. Our state-of-the-art facility has everything you need to get the whole family started on the road to fitness and fun. With daily energizing group exercise classes, cardio and fitness equipment, kids programming, and expert advice from our certified personal fitness trainers, there's something for everybody, no matter what the age or fitness level. And keep the kids entertained, educated, and healthy in our Fun Kids Fit Club. Find your reason at Fit Family Fitness in Midland.
More streaming, more teaming, more in touch, more in control, more in the moment, more stars, more superstars, more soul searching, more soulmates. For whatever gives you joy, Suddenlink. More power to you.
there yet is y'all can warn. Game started on time.
Good afternoon and welcome to Grande Communication Stadium, home of your Sockers. Tonight's match will be your Midland Odessa Sockers versus Albuquerque Soul. Right now, looking at the Sockers, they are in first place in the Mid-Southwest Division. They have 5 wins, 1 loss for 15 points. And you've got Albuquerque Soul, who is right now sitting in fourth place. They have 1 win and 4 losses. The last time that these two teams played each other, the Sockers beat them on a 2-1 game and then came back and beat them 1-0. Here's your lineups for the Soul.
For Albuquerque, you've got In goal, James Sneebeck. We got defenders Gabriel Camara, Javier Risco, Andrew Wilkinson, and Moses Rodriguez. In the midfield for Albuquerque, we've got Nicholas Mealy, Adam Thurston, Patrick Pacheco, and Thomas Ramos. And up front, got Jack Clancy and Elliot Prost. And this is Warren Cottle and Chris Bryant, your announcers for this evening. For the soccer starting lineup, we have in goal, we have goalkeeper Ross Kellenbrough. In the defense, we've got Angelo Kelly, number 14 Fernando Machado, number 24 Ty Mobley, and number 21 Nate Coons. In the midfield for the Sockers this evening, we've got number 23 Jamie Mawson, we've got number 8 Kyle Ruiz, number 26 Isaac Sanchez, number 4 Jade Macias, and number 10 Bronco Enrique as a forward, and number 9 Nidad Markovic up front.
Here at Grande Communication Stadium, the temperature is 91 degrees, which means on the field it will be a little bit warmer than that. We have a little bit of a wind coming out of the south. We will take a moment to do our national anthem. Again, the Sockers come back here to Grande Communication Stadium with only one loss. They've been 100% on the road, and the only game that they lost was against Mississippi Berea here on a Thursday night at Grande Communication Stadium. They lead the league right now, USL. They lead them. And so, Warren, what's your thoughts on the team right now, the chemistry and everything else that's going on?
I'll tell you what, to be able to put a team together that quickly and to be able to put them on the field, especially given the short time, I think Coach Barnes and the Sockers as a whole have done a great job. One thing that I think that's impressive, less than a month ago, you had these two teams battling it out in Albuquerque in games that Albuquerque feels like they should have won. But it's funny how the two teams have diverged from that point, both taking separate directions. Unfortunately, Albuquerque struggled through the last few games and needs this game to get back into the race, while the Sockers are hitting a high with the 5 games, first team to 5 games of the PDL. It says a lot about both clubs and where they're at.
Your Sockers will be in the blue tonight, and Albuquerque will be in yellow and black.
Looks like as the teams are getting ready, we're trying to figure out which way we'll get them that they're going. Do have a pretty stiff wind coming out of the south, and as you well know in West Texas, that's going to be a difference maker into the match. A lot of times you're going to want to take the wind at your back. You feel like you want to get up on somebody, and vice versa defensively. You want to take it at your front to hold on. And it looks like Albuquerque will be defending against the wind this first half, and the Sockers will be going with the wind to start us off from your right to your left.
So, Warren, whenever you think about it, soccer's being 100% on the road right now versus St. Louis, and then they beat Albuquerque on the road. How big of a accomplishment is that for the Sockers at this point, especially at the beginning of the season?
That's amazing. It puts you in a good spot as far as a team, especially having major road trips. I know those road trips are easy. The closest one being Albuquerque, only being 6 hours away, which is a heck of a road trip. But then you think about they just got back from a road trip from Missouri, and that takes a toll. But to do the things this team has done in 8 days is actually pretty incredible.
Looks like Albuquerque will be kicking off the ball.
Taking the last check in. And the kickoff is made. It'll be interesting to see how both teams react, especially given the circumstances. We know Albuquerque needs to pick up this win real quick. And we'll see where it goes from here.
These two teams will meet again on Saturday at 7:30 here at Grande Communication Stadium. So tonight's match will be an important one on who gets bragging rights as they come out on Saturday.
Well, if you're Albuquerque, you want to kind of set the tone here. You just got off a long road trip. It's not an easy drive coming in, especially, there's a distance there between, as you know, Roswell and Albuquerque that they put you to sleep just watching it there.
Unless you're like Warren that watches TV as he's driving.
Yeah, hey, do whatever it takes.
We got a dangerous play right there. We got our first foul against Albuquerque.
Kind of seeing watching the last game if Albuquerque can settle and play. It looks like when they played Oklahoma FC, the Energy FC, and they started off kind of direct in that game. I want to see if they can settle down and kind of hold the ball and play a bit. Another thing that's going to be taxing on this road trip is it looks like they only brought 15 players with them and only one goalkeeper, which may play big into this turn of events as we go through the next couple of days, especially with only one game or one day to rest and recover.
So you almost wonder if maybe they've got a few more players that are sitting on some injuries that may come back out on Saturday to be able to play.
Well, and you know as well as I that this is a taxing league, and especially given the amount of games you have in such a short period of time. Then you also have kids that start to wander off in different programs if they don't feel successful or they're not feeling happy. It puts a strain on teams and the chemistry of teams. A nice little service in, looking to try to play it in. Not really going. Both teams seem to be feeling each other out. Sockers look to be taking advantage of that wind, putting those balls high into the box, looking to test that back line. Kind of wonder if Albuquerque's going to sit back in and kind of hold and take some of the pressure for the Sockers. I know the Sockers, even though they've got a large margin as far as victories, haven't had a lot of goals in play. So maybe a thing where Albuquerque looks to counterattack, especially the first half.
Yeah, right now the Sockers have 8 goals for and 4 goals against them, whereas Albuquerque, on the other hand, has 3 goals for and 7 goals against them. Looks like Sockers are doing well at keeping possession of the ball.
We got Isaac Sanchez over on this near side. What a dynamic little player he's been this season.
And we're thankful to have Isaac back again this year from last year's group.
Oh, nice little takeaway here by the Sockers. It looks like Bruno takes it, launches up into the box, coming in, nicely cleared away. Ball settled quickly. My child looks back in to, like that'll be Ty Mobley. Relaxed around to Angelo Rosales, looking forward ahead. Up front, You know, Ross Kellenbrew coming in this game, his first time playing in the Sockers jersey for the season, as he came in this last week. And ball moved up quickly, going to Jay. Jay's looking around, trying to find his players up front. Oh, what a great little ball up front. Looking for the next ball in. Plays in. Well done by the goalkeeper. James Sneebeck making a wise decision to kind of cover it off quickly. But you can already see that the Sockers are going after it pretty fast, trying to find different places. It looks like they found that space in between the back four and the mid four of the Albuquerque Soul. They're looking to really capitalize on that space. It looks like if you really look at Albuquerque, it's spread out quite a bit over the field. You know, looks like between their defensive line and their front line, it's almost 60 yards, giving the Sockers plenty of space to build and play into. You know, they're going to struggle a bit if they keep that up.
Got our first foul on the Sockers.
Yeah, I think that the record being what it is may have taken a toll on the mentality of this Albuquerque Soul team. It's going to be interesting to see how they react, whether they're going to come in and fight and play, or if they're going to take what they've gotten, which is unfortunate because it's been a heck of a talented team. In the games that I've watched them play, they're actually very, very good team. It's been a little unlucky in the road and even at home.
Well, when you look at it, the Sockers gaining the two big wins in Albuquerque, it's tough to win on the road, and that's one thing the Sockers have done well this year is taking care of business on the road. In their second half of the season looks like they'll be in town more than they are on the road, so if you can get those road wins right now, it just makes it a whole lot easier when you are in town.
I'll tell you what's huge, you know, and it also makes it a lot easier. You know, knowing that you can get home, you can rest, you're sleeping in your own bed, because there's that 14, 15-hour drive that a lot of these league games take. Pretty rough on the body, really rough on the players.
It's our second foul on Albuquerque. We have a goal kick for, or throw-in for Albuquerque.
You know, I think we're also talking to Matt today. He talked about how his team is coming to this thing relatively fit. You know, and to come through those 8 games and not have anybody seriously injured is also another accomplishment. Looks like we got a quick counterattack in for Albuquerque. Quickly picked up by Nate Coons. Nate Coons looking for the long ball, trying to find Bruno coming across, but just a little far.
That's another one from last year that we're glad to have back, and that would be Nate Coons.
If I'm not mistaken, didn't he join us up here last year as well?
He may have.
Looking long in, looks like the Sockers are really going high pressure this first half, looking to put them under quite a bit of pressure. You know, it seems to be working pretty well. They're not sitting back on this game. You got Isaac Sanchez, who's been a dynamic player for the Sockers over the last 2 years as well. Nate Coons looking to give pressure, holding them off. Ball played in. Yep, got another foul on the Sockers.
That's the second foul for Sockers. We're even up 2-2.
So I got Jack Clancy playing pretty high on the back line of Sockers. I wonder if there's something they've thought to play to, almost like that target player the Soul have. So looks like a big kid.
We're now in the 8th minute of the game. Score is 0-0.
Looks like we have Adam Thurston to take the free kick. Plays into the box high in the middle of the pack. Ball is quickly picked up by Ross Kellenbrough, who looks to play it up forward quickly. Nadad looks to take under it, but just a little bit more than what he can handle. I'll tell you what, that's kind of an indication for those that don't live in this area, how much wind there is and what effect it has on the game. Looks like James Neve looking to take the ball, playing it high into the air. You can see how the ball's coming back with that wind. Gavin Thurston's take it. Ball quickly brought down by Chow Reese, looking for it. The play back to Chow. Chow looking to play it in. Quickly picked up by Adam Thurston, and then loses the ball. Ball's played through, just a little bit off. I'd like to see that again, but timing is just a little bit off. The referee's going to call it offside, and the ball will be coming back. Already you can see the effect the wind has on this game, especially, 91 degrees. You're going to want that wind anyway, keep everything kind of cool. That turf, as you know, comes up to at least 10 degrees more than that. We'd almost feel like 101 degrees for these players. But as the sun goes down, it should be a lot better. There's one thing about coming to watch these games here in the stands. It's not that hot, especially with the West Texas dry heat. It'll be nice and cool in the shade, and the breeze comes through. It's actually really comfortable to watch as a fan. The soccer's settling, or Albuquerque settled down. Thomas Ramos looking to get wide. Looks to play it back and settle it down, which is a wise decision. Finds Adam Thurston, who's already had a big impact on this game for Albuquerque so far. Well, he's keeping the guys everywhere. Looks like we've got a throw in for the Sockers. And Nate Coons to take the throw. And the ball goes into Chow. Chow back in. Just relaxing, moving it around. It's nice and easy. Sockers looking to keep possession, but then lose it quickly. Thomas Ramos looking forward. Looks like Thomas also a key player for Albuquerque. Has caught him 2 or 3 times. Yeah, the Sockers on a counterattack, waiting for the ball. He's going right at the defense, plays it wide. Just a little bit back. He's got to do better with that pass than that. Ball back to the goalkeeper. James Sneebeck plays it up high. Finding Thomas Ramos and settles it down. Quickly picked up by Elliot Prost as he's trying to go in. Sockers win it back again. Ball's clipped in. And Isaac Sanchez plays it to the corner flag, and it goes out for a throw-in.
One thing I can say about Sockers is that their defense this year has been very, very sound, and they're very quick at getting to the first touch of the other team, and they're doing that well tonight as Albuquerque, when Albuquerque comes down.
One thing that I think Matt's done a really good job of is he brings guys in that are willing to work and put in the time. I think it shows in the results. You got guys that may not scored a lot of goals, but they do put the effort in, and the results are shown by the way they defend, the way they transition from offense to defense, and picking up the balls. What a great little ball in. Isaac Sanchez plays it across, and offsides flag comes up. Quickly disagreed by players, but I guess that's the players' right to disagree. Looks like the game's kind of settling down, too, as we move along. Looks like the Albuquerque's settled in the space, kind of closing up, tightening up a bit. Something that they had to do, otherwise it would have been a long night. And James Sneebeck to take the kick, plays it in the top, and the win once again takes advantage, or hold that ball and moves it outside wide, and also puts that backspin on it. You're not going to be able to do that lofted ball. You really got to drive it with this kind of wind. That's somebody not from West Texas. It would be a hard time to read that kind of stuff, but something that the players that live around this area would deal with daily.
So we've got a handball, or I guess he's calling a throw in there for the Sockers.
Nate Coons to take the throw. Ball out wide. Quickly finding Jamie. Jamie plays it inside. Oh, just a little bit off. That's not far away. And Nadad was almost there. Got up in the air, really looking for that heading ball in. It's not a bad service. I think as the game settles in and the guys get tuned in, I think that'll be something you're going to see quite a bit. Really start off the game, we're putting James Sneebeck under quite a bit of pressure. So again, the ball comes in, has that terrible backspin in. Quickly, nope. Yeah, a little quick on the whistle there, huh?
Yeah.
Let it play through a bit and see. Ball played quickly wide outside to Angelo Kelly. Angelo Kelly looking to serve the ball in. Not got pressure yet. Puts it right on top of the 18, and there's our first shot, just a little bit outside. Not bad, but you'd want that ball back. What a great service. What a great ball in. And Bruno wants to see that thing again. So once again, we'll see James Sneebeck to put the ball in. See if we can put it up in the air, if he'll drive it into that deal. But nope. Here we go. Got all that lofted backspin. And once again, out of bounds.
Yeah, you would figure that, this is now the 4th time, I believe, that he's kicked it out, and you'd figure that he'd start figuring that out.
Yeah, I'd hope so anyway. It's good for our soccer fans. Bruno takes it, and once again the game slowed down. We got to start seeing a little bit of possession out one of the two teams. There we go. That's smart.
Soccer's open up the field, go to the other side. Now they switch directions. And we have our first corner kick for the Sockers.
I'll tell you what, this one thing that I enjoy is watching is Coach Barnes and his restarts, especially on the corner kick. They've got a couple of them that are pretty wild. But it looks like we're going to have Jade taking this corner kick, calling for the ball kids to throw the ball in.
You know, on the Saturday game that they played Albuquerque, that was one of the ways that they scored was on their set pieces off corners, and that was one thing that they talked that they've done a lot of is training on these corners.
That's that one where they pack everybody right on top of that line. Looks like serves in from Jade, looking to get across, cleared out quickly, but then settled back in, put back in the box, then once again cleared over for another corner kick.
We have our second corner for the Sockers.
Tell you what, I think the wind is playing havoc with both teams in this one. Setting up for a short corner. Albuquerque quickly picks it up. So we got Jade again going to take the corner kick. All Sockers players on the line. On for service. Ball's up in, goes to back post, and once again cleared out for another corner kick for Albuquerque. For the Sockers.
We are now in the 16th minute of the game. We're still tied at 0. Sockers with their third corner kick. One nice thing about as Jade serving this ball in is he's driving that ball in, and so the wind's really not catching it too much.
I think he's almost trying to find that back post player, which is a good play, good idea, especially with the numbers that they have in the box there. Another driven ball low into the 18. Now dangerous that can be. Looks like ball cleared away. Wind takes it once again, and now it's out of bounds. Yeah, if you get a chance, if you're watching on YouTube, you can watch that AR's flag. You can see how stiff that wind is. Thrown up and shielded out. Heads up play by Elliot Prost. Tell you what, just gotta settle the ball down a bit. Once again, just dumping balls, just playing, and just kicking as they go. They've got to find a way to combine with one another if they're going to break down this defense. Oh, what a tackle! That was amazing. Here we go, Jade looking for a player. Plays it out wide to Angelo Kelly. Angelo Kelly looks to serve the ball up front. Finds Kyle. Kyle takes a long shot in. Oh, wow, what a great idea. Looked up, saw that goalkeeper off the line. And that's not a bad idea given the time and space that he's gotten and the wind conditions there are. With that keeper where he's at, that's exactly what you want to see. Tell you what, the Sockers are knocking on the door. Here we go again. We got Thomas Ramos looking up front. Ball served in, a little diagonal ball. As you know, Jack Clancy wants another crack at that. That was a nice idea, but had to bend into that run. Instead, hit a little more driven than he probably should have. You know, for Patrick Pacheco looking to come in. Not a bad little ball by Moses Rodriguez as he takes the ball, but once again, you gotta see Albuquerque settle the ball a bit. It is way too direct. Looks like Albuquerque's going high pressure. You got Elliot Prost playing up top on high. Looks to be the director of the defensive side, but those behind him aren't covering in as well as they probably should. Ball plays in quickly. Oh, here we go. Now we got a chance for a counter. We got Jack Clancy playing deeper than probably what he wants to. Looks like he started off as a forward on the lineup, but now he's dropping in as almost that withdrawn forward. Here we go again. Sockers give up the ball, quick counterattack. But once again, you see the work rate of the Sockers and the fact that they're going to come back, they're going to track back, do whatever it takes to get that ball.
We have our fourth foul on Albuquerque.
You don't come back to your point Christian made earlier about the transition and about the work rate of these players. That was Nadal McCarvick that came back all the way into the midfield to win that ball after he'd made the pass.
As you're watching Sockers, I'm not sure if you're able to see it on your screen, but the Albuquerque team seems to have a big gap in between the defense and their offense, their forwards, and things like that, which kind of exposed them a little bit.
And it really opened up for the counterattack, but Sockers are doing a good job of finding those spaces. You know, they'll take that all day long, especially with the wind being what it is. You don't want to give up that amount of space in between your lines. That was a nice shoot by James Sneebeck. Brought the ball down off that cross. It was a great job. Looking to push his players up forward and put the ball down on the ground. Quickly pressed under. Not a bad idea. Great ball back in. Sockers look to take advantage of the transition. Just a little bit offsides. Yeah, that was a good call. Bruno just half step on, and it takes a half step back, and I think he's in. He thought he was in, though.
Oh, definitely. And I think maybe if he had looked up, turned around, and played it to the other side, I think that may have been a better option at that point.
And that's something I'd like to see that of the Sockers maybe as it goes through the game, is that it seems like all the runs with that back line of Albuquerque be so high and tight with the flat four, and they're awfully flat. And almost like all the north-south runs are getting them in a lot of trouble rather than making those diagonal runs or runs off each other. And we've seen that in the past, and I'm sure that's something that Coach Barnes will address at halftime. Ball goes out to Angelo Kelly. Angelo look up for Jamie. Jamie up front to Nadad. Nadad turns. Ball's played out of bounds by Adam Thurston. I'll tell you what, Adam's been everywhere today. Oh, sorry, my mistake. It's Andrew Wilkerson that made that. Then go to Nicholas Mealy. Looking forward, trying to find just a little too much. See, it's almost like every final pass that Albuquerque's making is just a little bit on the direct side, a little too forward, and not really looking for the players. It's almost like they're trying too hard. And Nate Coons settles it in. What a great tackle. What a great job. And we've got Thomas Ramos looking in. Looks to try to find the player, but a lot of pressure. And Jack Clancy gets it, but his hard work gets him the foul.
Right now we're in the 22nd minute here at Grande Communication Stadium. Score is 0-0.
Tell you what, it's these kind of things that Albuquerque can really capitalize on if they have a good restart. Looks like do a good job defensively. You can't see the guys in the back, but they're covering up 2-on-1. You know, putting a lot of people on the backside of the 18, and once again, looking at the picture that you guys are seeing, it's all packed to one side. Runs come into the box. Great job, cleared out, but not so much. Now it's in. Ball's played back into the box. It's pinging around a bit like there we go. Wow. Golly, you just like to see Albuquerque settle a little more play. Elliot Prost just taking it and just clearing it out into the stands. You know, he's got a little bit of time. He's got players behind him. He can just play simple and play into those guys. Once again, Sockers drawing a foul. It doesn't look like the team that I've seen them play. You know, I mean, when you watch the games with Albuquerque versus the Sockers in Albuquerque looked to be a lot more organized than what they are right now. And even in the Oklahoma Energy game, they look more organized.
And you wonder, you know, as the season goes on, is what is the mental part of it, you know, the psychology of it, of how they feel with their play and things like that. And, you know, you've got to be upset with that you're right now only won one game and lost 4.
Yeah, I wonder if it take a toll, you know, especially, as you remember from PDL, there's not really any way to lock these players in. There's no contract, they're not really paid to play by the organization. But they're paid quite a bit by being able to, you know, a lot of times get room, board, and food. Stuff like that to also continue to improve as a player. But sometimes for an 18, 20-year-old kid, it's hard to understand that this is development and you got to keep working hard and playing. But that's something that I'm sure Albuquerque's coach has been working on with these guys. Ball cleared out by Javier Risco. Looking to find Thomas Ramos. Ball's quickly picked up by Jade, but loses it fast. Now here we go. Turn around. Patrick Chaco looking for a player, but then plays it into the Soccer's players, into Ty Mobley. Still a little bit just pinging balls. I almost like to see both teams just kind of settle and play a bit.
As we go in here, we see that we've got people chatting with us right now. We've got the Zebras that are rooting for Odessa here, not too far away from you. Come on down. Come visit us here at Grande Communication Stadium.
Yeah, we'd love to have you. It's a good night. It's a great night to watch soccer. Great atmosphere.
Again, the next game that Sockers will be playing will be against Albuquerque on Saturday at 7:30.
Ball's thrown up. Again, Albuquerque clears it up. Really, it's not really much of a game. I like to see Albuquerque settle a little bit more than what they're doing. Once again, James Steenbeck looking for somebody to play to. Looks like the Sockers are content to play high pressure, keeping that ball in there. They'll drop back in. Probably makes a lot of sense, though, given the fact that every time he punts and goes straight up in the air and then draws right back, right about the 50, just like you see right there. Sockers quickly collect it up, let the play in. Got high pressure by Isaac Sanchez. Ball played up. Nate Coons shields the player out for a Sockers throw-in. Ball goes back to Fernando. Fernando Machado looking for a player, finds Nate Coons. Nate Coons surveying up front. Looks like, see, everybody's holding on the line. Look, you got all four of the Sockers guys just holding on that line. Ball settles back in to Ty Mobley. Ty out to Angelo Kelly. Angelo Kelly picks his head up, looking for a service in. And just a little bit outside. So you see the Sockers kind of slowly moving it back and forth, but I almost feel like we got to have more dynamic runs up on the front line. Trying to find the spaces to pick apart that back four. And they're giving it to them if they'll just take advantage of it. Once again, ball, Javier Risco just clears it up top. Sockers win the ball. Settles down in once again. Now we've got Thomas Thurston just clears it up front. Sockers collect it up. Ball played out wide to Angelo Kelly. Wisely draws it back to Ty Mobley. Ty pulls it back in, looking up front, and just drives the ball. It looks like James Nimbeck collects it up, takes it back into the box. Sockers are sitting back, daring him to play that ball high up in the air again. There goes the ball. Has his backspin in. Almost like it could have been a foul.
So I think there's two of them that could have been considered a dangerous play as the foot was up in the face.
Yeah. This is a friendly tap. As Gabriel's looking to Camara, looking for a player up front.
We're in the 28th minute here at Grande Communication Stadium. Again, Sockers 0, Albuquerque 0.
Looks like referee's not really happy with where Gabriel Camara is throwing the ball in. Keeps asking him to draw it back. He did make up about 10 yards advantage, but you know how much difference 5 yards makes in this game, especially in midfield.
Got a foul on the Sockers.
I think Elliot Prost kind of plays it in. Ball goes up quickly for Patrick Pacheco, who's putting in the dirty work, trying to find and look at his defense. And then Sockers lay it back to Fernando. Machado back out to Nate Coons. Nate Coons looking up front, trying to find the players. Let's settle it down. What a great little ball. Bruno settles it, looking for players up front. And makes a little move, gets around his player. Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, we get a out of bounds. Matt's not real happy about that right now.
Yeah, it kind of looks like that Ecuador out of bounds.
Poor Ecuador in that game.
Wow. Yeah, I'll tell you what, that goal line was the goalkeeper's best friend in that game. Looks like we got Child to take the free kick. Plays it over to Angelo Kelly. Angelo Kelly quickly tracks it down. He's got tons of space. Albuquerque's slow to give any kind of pressure, especially in that deal. Angelo plays it into the box. And the ball's cleared up into the air. And cleared up in the air again. Elliot Prost looking up front, trying to find players, looks wide. He turns it back into pressure. Once again, the Soccer's looking up front, not any runs. Wisely settled down and moved around by Child. Relaxed it back to Taimo or to Fernando. Out to Nate Coons. Nate Coons back into Fernando. He's taking his time surveying. Everybody up on the front line for the Sockers. Ball's played up top. Trying to find that ball in behind, but quickly cleaned up by number 5, Andrew Wilkerson. Look at Jade coming in playing quick. Actually, answer the question that we have right now by the Zebras. It would be nice to have other teams in the league, especially in Texas. I know that the Sockers would appreciate it, especially the management group. Wichita Falls would be a great area for that to happen. And for sponsorship, if you go to the USL PDL website, it lists out all the stuff that it takes to open up a franchise. But I will tell you this right now, being that Coach Chris and I both coached this team 3 years ago, anything that in Texas would be a blessing just for the fact of the travel takes such a toll, not only on the Soccer's budget, but as well as the players as a whole. So my advice to that question would go ahead and look on that website if you got investors interested in. It's a great avenue, especially being the fact that you got a Midwestern, university plus all those teams in Dallas. What a great area and what an easy place it seems like it would be to recruit into.
And currently, the Sockers are the only team here in Texas. Laredo has dropped out. They've gone elsewhere. There's no longer the El Paso Patriots. Houston has dropped out into another league. And who else do I have that I'm missing? Austin. Austin moved out. So yeah, it would be great to see more teams here in Texas that join the PDL part of the game. So great question. And Amarillo would be a great place too.
And you got to think about the college recruiting possibilities for each of those towns. Look at once again the game's settling down. Lights are coming on. Great ball played in. Oh, kind of just a little unlucky. Ball goes out. Looks like Bruno to take the throw in, gives it up to Nate Coons. Once again, the referee is a stickler about that 5 yards, man. He is not going to let him get away with that. Ball back to Ty Mobley. Ty Mobley out to Angelo Kelly. Again, the Soccer's looks like a little more dynamic around. Runs up front as the players are playing up on the line, but now starting to check back, trying to create space. Trying to find little gaps in. We got a great little move, turn around, but a little too much, and ball's quickly cleared away by Cameron Cabrera. Looks like we got Thomas Thurston looking up front, plays the ball out wide. Just a little too much, a little unlucky for Patrick Pacheco. Once again, they got to settle that ball and move it around a bit more in what they're doing.
Yeah, that win, I think, is probably playing a little bit more of a factor than they thought it would.
And he struck it with the outside of his foot and just got a little too much air into it. Ball settles in. Once again, every time they get the ball, they're just blasting it up in the air. There you go. Once again, Thomas Ramos making a great move, checks it inside, but quickly Soccer's come back, and once again, true to the point that we had before, that's our forward. And Bruno Enrique that works back to check back to do that dog work to make sure that they were defensively sound.
That's one of the great things about Matt whenever I was working with or out there with training with him last year was that he was very big on pressuring back, make sure you win that ball back again and get the attack started as quick as possible. So
And I put you under a lot of pressure. You know, he kind of likes that player that's willing to do that work. All right, Chow looking up, looking for a player. Looks out wide, finding Bruno, just a little bit short. Quickly picked up by Nate Coons. Nate Coons with a shot. Took a funny bounce on him. He looked up just before he struck it. Pulled a little bit high. Looks like we're in the 34th minute. Once again, 0-0 score line. There we go once again, settle down. Ball's moving in. Bruno looking for the inside cut. Great little ball inside. Aye, just played out, quickly cleared out.
that was a nice move by Bruno.
Yeah. Nate Coons takes a quick throw up front. It's a little bit harder than what Nate Dowd wanted. Looks like Gabriel Camarera is looking for a ball. She was laid back, and once again they pump the ball forward. Asking a lot of Elliot Prost up front. Chow quickly settles it down out to Angelo Kelly. Angelo Kelly back into Chow. Takes a hit, but then they play through. Prost looking to find a way out of this, but oh wow, that was I've never seen that. That's good. What a tackle. Oh, no, just a little bit off. Jade really wanted that little cut ball in there. Things are starting to get a little chippy here, Chris.
And again, soccer's being very quick on the pressure, which is probably upsetting Albuquerque just a little bit. So.
With the PDL, I know we got another question about soccer-specific stadium. I don't see that happening with PDL, especially in Midland, Texas, because we've got this beautiful stadium here that serves, multi-purposes. It'd be a nice dream, but I don't see that happen at the PDL level. All right, we got ball sorted out, quickly moving it around. Back to Nicholas. Nicholas immediately looking up front. Ball goes out wide to Gabriel Camara. Wisely lays it back. It's maybe our best possession time that we had so far, but quickly giving up. Nate Coons with that great defensive work, looking to get a front, looking for the players who had a great ball across. Oh, unlucky. Wow.
What a play by Nate Coons. Again, Nate Coons is great at doing that. Stealing the ball, taking it down the side, and then finding that striker up on top with that crossing ball.
Well, and also one thing you really like to see how that's our left back. You know, making that run to feel comfortable getting the attack, and how deadly he becomes when he gets set free. It's hard to mark him up because you're not expecting him to come out of that position.
We'll go back to the stadium question real quick. And one thing about Grande Communication Stadium is that it is a full-size soccer field, which makes it nice. They build it soccer-specific for both soccer and football be able to play out here, but to make it soccer specific by making it the size that they did. So got a foul on Albuquerque.
Tell you what, the referee needs to do something pretty quick to get this under control. It looks like it's going south pretty quick, and being in the 37th minute right now, score 0-0. You know, he's got a long way to go. Ball's quickly played out to Nate Coons, who's already had a huge impact on the game tonight. Once again, Nate Coons looking up. Finds Isaac Sanchez. Isaac looking around, tries to service. Look at the swinging ball. Just a little bit outside. Sockers quickly take it down. Bruno settles it down. Back to Nate Coons. Nate Coons take a cut to the outside. Looks to switch the ball across. And a little bit off. And he almost lost his shorts on that one. Did you see that?
Again, Nate Coons doing a great job on the outside here as he's kind of moved up into a outside mid position.
Ball's played up. Once again, quickly settled down. Albuquerque doing a little bit better job right now trying to move it around, except giving up the ball out wide. Just a little bit off. Back in the middle. A lot of pressure out there. Got a foul out of the deal. Up front, the Prost looking to try to play it up front, but then it's brought down. What a great work ethic Isaac Sanchez shows, and he's rewarded with throwing for his efforts. So Isaac's been a dynamic little player over the years. Usually he's playing outside back or outside mid, it looks like, but at both times he's pretty effective, and I think it really adds a dynamic layer when you put Nate Coons and him together. So far you've seen what they're able to work together. We got another foul on the Sockers. I'm going to Bruno checking in. Nate Coons quickly takes the free kick out to Angelo Kelly. Angelo Kelly looks to settle it down. Plays the ball in quickly to Jade. The ball's given up. It's back out wide to Bruno. Bruno looking to look at the defense, faces him up, looking for that slided ball in. What a great little ball to the inside. He's onside. And almost your first goal by the Sockers. But once again, you're starting to see them start to pick apart that defense. You know, with Isaac Sanchez being the flank midfielder sitting in that hole between the central back and the wide back, you know, unmarked, uncovered, and you see what starts to happen. And you're starting to see the Sockers find different pieces or different areas in the field that they can exploit and really get after.
Currently, we have Sockers that have taken 7 shots on goal. Albuquerque has 0 shots on goal. So, Sockers really are working hard to try and get that first point in the back of the net.
I'll tell you what, it also seems to be a battle of the near side of the field. You know, and then once again, I think if you're a Sockers fan, it really plays in your hands, especially with you got Isaac Sanchez and Nate Coons on this side. You know, obviously, the advantage goes Sockers. So ball's played down. Adam Thurston looks out wide, finding Moses Rodriguez. Moses searching for a player, finds Patrick Pacheco. Patrick back out to Moses. Moses back to Patrick. Looking to get a little combination next. It's a good little run of play we have by Albuquerque. Settles it back inside, looking out wide, trying to find Gabriel Camara, but then lays it back off to Nicholas Mealy. Look at that. See what happens when you actually start to play the ball. And for their hard work, they're rewarded with a shot. But I'll tell you what, if Albuquerque settles the ball in, they can become a dangerous team. And I think you can see through that series that we just saw what they can do and what they've done in the past. You know, I think if one of the halftime adjustments you got to think the coach is going to make is going and talk to those boys about settling and playing, because they're really a dynamic team when they play.
Currently, we're in the 42nd minute here at Grande Communication Stadium. Sockers 0, Albuquerque 0.
Ball's played up front quickly. Settled down back to Isaac Sanchez. Isaac Sanchez looks forward, finds Bruno. Bruno cuts it back wisely, settling the play. Back to Nate Coons. Nate Coons looking up front. Looks to slot that ball into that space. Nadad takes it, relaxes it back out to Chow. Chow looks wide to Angelo Kelly. Plays it into one of the defenders for Albuquerque. You'd just like to see him settle it down just a bit. There you go, Nate Coons relaxes the ball back. Fernando Machado. Fernando's looking up front. Sockers player standing on the line. Looks like he was looking to find Isaac Sanchez there on that run slashed to the inside. Again, ball's played up front. Isaac Sanchez looks outside wide. Referee calls a foul on the Sockers. Looks like Javier Risco to take the free kick. Looks like pushing all the players forward high. Looks like he's going to pump it right into the 18. At least try to. Wind has its effect on it. Ball plays in, settled down by Prost. Prost back out. A little unfortunate. Looks like the Sockers on for the counter. Take it, just a little touch off. There you got Isaac Sanchez tracking back. Prost takes it, trying to cut the ball inside. Quickly taken by Chow. Chow out wide. Comes back into Bruno. And the ball goes out.
We're now in the 44th minute. Again, Sockers 0, Albuquerque 0. Next soccer's game will be this Saturday, playing Albuquerque at 7:30 as they play this doubleheader.
And for those watching that could possibly come, I'll tell you it's a free jersey night. Each kid showing up to the game will receive a free Sockers jersey. And I believe they said for the first 500 kids. So get out here early, come out and support, and get your soccer jersey as a result. Jade looks to play it out wide to Angelo Kelly. Angelo Kelly cuts it to the inside, looking to try to find players up front. Settles across a little bit too much for Nadad. That's okay, goes right to Nate Coons, who's been extremely dangerous this game. Nate looking up forward, surveying the, takes it to the inside, trying to find runners off the ball. What a great little ball to the pass, tries to find it, works back in. Great play by Jade as he goes out wide. Ball plays to the flank. Sockers look to swing it back in. Over the keeper who touches it barely outside. That was a nice little save. I'd like to see him catch the ball there, but probably didn't know where that player was for the Sockers coming in, so he wisely touches it away.
That's Soccer's fourth corner kick of the game. We are now at our 45th minute. We're just waiting to hear what our added time is.
And it looks like there's no added time.
So we are at halftime. We were asked, do we have any snapback hats? Yes, we do. We will get you information on that as soon as we find out where you can get those.
All right, so what are your thoughts on the first half, Chris?
I think the one thing with the Sockers right now is that they've done a very good job at controlling the ball. They currently have 7 shots on goal, or 7 shots. One of those for Albuquerque, so they've maintained most of the possession of the game. When we look at the fouls, they're pretty equal. We've got Sockers that have 6 fouls, Albuquerque that has 8. Corner kicks, we have Sockers that have 4 corners and Albuquerque that has 0. Offsides, 3 for Sockers, 0 for Albuquerque. And right now we are sitting 0-0. Again, I think come this next half as the Sockers come back out, they've got to continue to maintain the possession that they've done, taking consideration of the win that is coming in, and really just put the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah, it should be fun to see. I know that another exciting part about these Sockers games is the halftime activities, and at this time we'll let you guys enjoy that for a bit, and we'll be back in 5.
Welcome back to Grande Communication Stadium. We want to thank Brandon Brown and the Zebras for watching us right now and listening to us. Real quick for the hats, we do have them. They're $10 each. And if you come down here, we'll make sure that we get the Sockers to sign them for you. Right now we are, again, Sockers 0, Soul 0 as we come into the second half. Teams are right now just walking out of the locker rooms, heading down to the field of play.
You know, what's interesting to see is that when you think about the wind and the effect it had in the game, especially in West Texas, most of the time when the sun goes down, the wind dies. But looking at the corner flags, looking at the stadium flag, that doesn't seem to be the case at this point. So it's going to be interesting to see the changes that are made on both teams. You know, you got to think that Albuquerque has to settle the ball. They've got to move the ball around. They got to take control and not just smash it every time they're put under any kind of pressure. You know, in doing so, they might have a chance to get this game. On the other side of the coin is you look at the Sockers, you know, maybe those runs up front, a little more dynamic in the attack. But, you know, in the end of the day, I think they had a comfortable lead in possession. But, you know, how evil this game is, a lot of times that possession, you know, you can control the whole game and give it that one free kick, that one corner kick, that one breakaway that changes the whole game. And so it's going to be interesting to see how both teams respond, what adjustments are made at halftime, and how both teams react and go with the game.
Yeah, you'd have to think if the Sockers win this game tonight that that almost knocks Albuquerque completely out, and so you would think at that point that Saturday's game becomes more of a just get the points and be done with Albuquerque completely and be ready for your next games, which will be Oklahoma and Mississippi as we're back on the road again.
I'll tell you what, for a Sockers fan, you're going to want to get these points. You're going to want to go and get these 6 points over the next 2 games to start settle up, start getting your team cleaned up a bit. It also adds excitement to the season. I know the boys have been playing extremely hard, have had great results this year, you know, and with that last win, Matt became the leading or the coach with the most wins in soccer's history. So, you know, it should be interesting to see how things go and how the rest of the season goes as a whole.
Again, it's just fun to watch the chemistry of this team. You can tell they really get along with each other. And again, Matt's done a great job as he's created the environment for these players to have this opportunity.
Looks like the Sockers are now coming back to the field with a minute left on the clock, or 2 minutes left on the clock. We should see Albuquerque coming out. Looks like the Albuquerque coaches are now walking out on the field. Like I said, we'll wait for a few minutes and see what substitutions are made at halftime, if any, and what adjustments are made.
Again, as that wind's coming out of the south, you never know here in West Texas. It may change at some point.
And here we go. Looks like we have both teams taking the field. For the second half, once again, your Albuquerque Soul is in yellow, and the Sockers are in blue. I want to thank especially those that might be watching in Albuquerque. You know, what a great town and what a great environment. From scores from the Copa, and if anybody's out there watching that are Copa America fans, it looks like Venezuela beat Uruguay 1-0 in earlier games tonight, and look forward to that second game tonight. Should be an exciting one between Mexico and Jamaica, and that'll take place at 9 p.m. Central Time, which I guess is in 20 more minutes. We'll try to keep you updated on scores as that as well, in case you happen to be wanting to keep up with that as well as this exciting Sockers match.
Sockers will have kickoff in the second half as they will be heading towards the south goal.
All right, now looking to our official Gary Stoll, seeing if there's any substitutions. It looks like maybe none made by either team. The referee's taking his time. Looks then the Albuquerque Soul are huddling up, getting ready to come back into this match. And it looks like at this point neither team has made any substitutions going into the second half. And now we have kickoff by the Sockers. We're going to start the second half.
We've already started. Albuquerque just knocking the ball out. The Sockers throw in.
Ball's played forward. Looks like it'll be picked up by Patrick Pacheco, who loses the ball. Ball's played quickly forward. Looks like our player's onside. Just a little bit. Should have let the ball do a little more work for him. Played back to Sneebeck. Sneebeck looking to play the ball forward. Now you see the difference in the way the ball's traveling given the wind. Picked up by Jack Clancy, who loses the ball in the air. Settled down quickly by Nate Coons. Ball goes all the way back to Russ Killenbro. Fernando Machado looking up wide, trying to find Angelo Rosales Kelly. And ball goes out off Jaden Macias. I guess referee calls throw in for the Sockers. Jade looks up, looks for his ball played forward. And played off the Sockers. A little unlucky there. I would want that one back. Looks like Rodriguez to take the throw in for the Soul. Angelo Kelly with the header. Ball's played back in by Nicholas Mealy. Isaac Sanchez slows the ball down, just kind of takes control of the game. Nice little move by Machado. Looks to forward. Back into the middle. Quickly picked up by Patrick Pacheco. Pacheco forward. Outside wide to have Thurston. Thurston out wide to Moses. Rodriguez. Rodriguez plays it back off a Sockers player. Looks like we got a little bit of better possession this time by Albuquerque. As Elliot Prost looking to try to play the ball out. And looks like he fouls one of the Sockers players, giving the Sockers a free kick.
And it's already kind of started a little chippy, so we'll see what happens throughout, if they can settle it down just a little bit.
And time Mobley to take the kick, lays it off to Machado. Machado plays it out wide to Coons. Coons looking out forward, switches the ball back over to Mobley. Ty looking to settle it down. And it looks like the Sockers content just to probe the back line. Ball's played forward out wide. Quickly to Masson. Masson plays back and it goes out. Cleared once again by Albuquerque. Ball quickly picked up by Kelly. Kelly to Bruno. Kelly looking to try it out. A little bit out. You like Enrique. Probably want that back one. Kelly Rosales looking to play it back in. Quickly picked up. What a great little run. But a little too much by Thomas Ramos. That player was right there wide open. We're starting to see Jamie Masson coming all the way across the field. Ball outside to Sanchez. Nate Coons making a great overlapping run. Coons clicks it back to Sanchez, but cleared again, once again by Albuquerque. Again, not much changes as far as play so far. Oh, shot taken. And ball cleared forward. And it'll be an easy pickup by Ross Kellenbrough. Ball played out wide to Mobley. Mobley looking up front, trying to find players. Michelangelo picks it up inside. Easily finds Nadad. Nadad turns looking, trying to find what a great little, almost. Wow. What a good idea. You saw that coming with Isaac Sanchez making that run across the back line. And you see they're starting to stretch or pull apart that defensive line for Albuquerque, especially with those runs by Sanchez. I wonder if that was one of the things that Coach Barnes talked about at halftime. Ball goes quickly out wide to Mobley. Mobley looking up front. Sends the ball up front. A little too much. And it looks like he was looking for Jamie Mason. The ball's a little bit out wide.
That's one thing I think you see with Coach Barnes is he is willing to make some changes with his players, getting Isaac Sanchez up on top, which in the first half he was playing more of a outside back.
This free kick's taking quite a long time. Not a throw-in. Angelo Kelly to take it.
Yeah, you wonder about those cleats coming in after that ball, if that's not a little bit of a dangerous play.
Back into Kelly. Kelly back into Jade. Gives up possession. Great little run by Elliot Prost. Elliot Prost looking to hold it up. Trying to find help. Just one too many moves. Wow. Little help by the corner flag there. Trying to play it in. Looks outside. God, just trying to be a little too cute right now. Patrick Pacheco's got to settle that ball down and find something. That little back heel, he doesn't even know what's there. I mean, if Albuquerque really wants to get back in the run of the league or to move on, they're going to have to do something a little more dynamic than what's happening right here.
Get another Sockers throw-in.
Ball's played back in to Machado. Into Jade. Back out. Just slowly but surely, methodically looking to try to find ways to pick apart that Albuquerque defense. I've already had quite a few shots on target. We just need to get one in. And I think this game will open up quite a bit. I mean, it's like, has that feel of the game that needs a goal badly. A way to hold off the player. Outside wide to Jamie Mason. Mason back across the field of play. Not a bad idea as there's two soccer players in that area. Sanchez plays it back across to Jade outside wide. Finding Angelo Kelly back across. So it looks like you almost see maybe one of the coaching points at halftime was to find the flanks and then find the switch back across that back line. And trying to find those little slicing runs up front to open up things in the attacking third. So it's one thing that, given what it is as far as the attacking side, Albuquerque's not done a good job of possession, but they've done an excellent job on the crosses defensively on that back four. Ball's cleared up. Once again, as pressure comes, Gabriel Camarera plays it wide, outside, out of bounds for a Sockers throw-in. Be simple. Ball played quickly, and then Nate Coons picks it up, collects it up. We're playing way off his line. Angelo Kelly looking around, slows the ball down, looking for the runners. Picked up by Jamie Mason. Up front, finding Nadab McCarvick. Ball played back, Harvey Risco making sure it gets to goalkeeper safely. Ball played forward with that long ball. Settled down, quickly chased down by Jade Macias. And once again, smash the ball up front. And, even more so, if you looked at the first half and those long balls didn't work for Albuquerque, it's sure not going to work when you got the wind and you're pumping balls in. And the wind's too fast for the kind of balls they're hitting.
Again, one of the nice things I think with the Sockers is that they're pressuring Albuquerque very quick, putting them under pressure, and they don't have much of a choice but to do that or get the ball stolen.
It's almost like they're trying to play at a speed that they're not used to. You know, and there's a lot of times when you see like the back heel over here, when we had Patrick Pacheco with that back heel instead of just kind of slowing the ball down, getting the tempo down, working around the back, finding players and finding the places to pick apart the Sockers. They're choosing to do things that don't make much sense. It may look cool at times, but it's not very effective. Ball's played up quickly. Easily by Nicholas Mealy. Head back to the goalkeeper. That was a smart play by Angelo Kelly. Back in Angelo, out front. Slows it down, and that's kind of what we're looking for. You know, Albuquerque take a page out of the Sockers book, and that'd be exactly what happens. Kind of methodical, trying to find a place to get it in and slow down play and make things work. Oh, great run here. Here we go, our first chance in second half, and it looks like we have a shot on goal. And nice save by the goalkeeper. James Schneebeck keeps Albuquerque in the game once again. You know, Don Markovic would like to have another chance at that ball, but you know, it's good square hit ball. One thing is James Schneebeck went a little quick to his knees, but you know, can't fault him. Had a great save. And Jade, you see, it's going outside wide to take this corner kick. Looks like got our first sub warming up for the Sockers. And it looks like it's going to be number 19. Number 19 is going to be coming in, and that's going to be Giovanni Macias coming in for, looks like Fernandad Markovic. And it looks like here comes the substitution. This is one of our first Soccer sub on the evening, the first substitution on the evening. With Giovanni coming in.
Poor Gary has it upside down, so it looks like it's 61.
Oh, the numbers could go that high, I guess. Thank you to Kimberly Baldwin. Messias is the correct pronunciation for Jadis. Oh, is that Giovanni or? We'll try to clean that up for you. Hey, and once again, it's always appreciated when you guys put the comments in, help us out with the pronunciations. That makes the broadcast go a lot cleaner.
Yeah, throw in for the Sockers.
Got it. All right, ball's played up front. And Angelo picks it up. Once again, looking up front. Trying to find the players running in. Cross takes it. Quickly picked up in the midfield. Bruno's got the ball looking up front. What a great little slip ball in. Oh, great around the keeper in.
Oh, unlucky.
Geez. What a great touch. A little unlucky there. But once again, it shows the hard work of the Sockers and the players defensively, and as they come in and win the balls back in.
We're right now in the 58th minute here at Grande Communication Stadium. Again, we've got Sockers 0, Albuquerque 0. Sockers have had the majority of the play, as right now they have had 2 shots in the second half, as Albuquerque's had 0. Altogether, Sockers have had 9 shots versus Albuquerque's 1 shot.
Great little run. Bruno picks it up, looking out wide. Finds Messias. Messias in, and Giovanni just a little bit offsides.
That was a very close one right there.
Sneebeck looking again to take the kick. Once again, you can watch the wind speed and how it changes the game as it goes up in the air. It'll have less of a backspin, it's more driven, he's getting 20 more yards out of his kicks. Ball's cleared out for the Sockers, giving Albuquerque the throw-in.
We now have 3 subs coming in, 2 for Albuquerque, 1 for the Sockers. We have number 8 for Albuquerque. For number 6. 9 for 19 for Albuquerque. Then on the Sockers, we have 13 coming in for number 23. You know, when you look at it now, the Albuquerque only has 2 more subs. Makes it a little bit difficult throughout the game.
So ball goes out as Jacob gets his first touch on the ball for the evening. Counting for Jamie. Ball comes in wide. Looks like Giovanni. Size comes in, switches the ball across the field. A great dangerous point right at the top of the 12 spot, but there's nobody there. A little battle there between Jade Messias and the Albuquerque player. Ball cleared back up front by Ty Mobley. Settle down. Mobley once again gets the ball back. Look around trying to find somebody there. Finds Jacobs, comes across. Finding Chow Ruiz. Ruiz plays it out wide. Nate Cruz pumps it right on top of the 12 spot. Easily picked up by James Sneebeck. Sockers look to pressure for it. Maybe that we're starting to see Albuquerque really intend to sit back in at a 0-0 game. To get a point out of this match would be at least give them a little bit of life back into their season, but I don't think you're going to want to come out of here if you want to breathe life back in your season with a draw. Kind of expect them to see them go after the Sockers tonight and try to pick up that 3 points. That'll be crucial if they want to stay in the race.
Again, these 2 teams will meet each other on Saturday at 7:30 here at Grande Communications Stadium, as that will be the last game that they will be playing against each other.
Ball pumped in across the field. Picked up by Angelo, plays it forward quickly. Back out to Jacob. Jacob looking in. Great overlapping run. On the other flank by Messias. Messias looking in. Jay takes it, crosses it. Oh, just a little shot cross there. That was pretty dangerous. Well picked up by James Sneebeck. Sneebeck plays it out quickly to Adam Thurston. Another battle going on right here out central. Oh, no, he had him wide open. Yep. See, they're calling, looking for that Angelo. Angelo tries to get in wide. Then we got one of the Albuquerque players down.
We will work on the sound of when the Ford keeps playing repeatedly. We will work on that right now.
We sure appreciate you guys' input on some of this stuff. That it makes it go a lot smoother, as we can't really hear the broadcast, and so that information that you guys provide us helps us out quite a bit. And it gave us enough time to go and fix that problem. They're working on the background sound right now as we speak. Looks like we have a substitution going in for Albuquerque is Tom Smart, as it looks like may have been an injury sustained by Andrew Wilkerson in the last round.
We're in the 65th minute. Again, we've got Sockers 0, Albuquerque 0. We hopefully got that sound taken care of for y'all. If not, let us know, and we will work with our broadcasting group again to make sure that they get that turned off for you.
I got a good little battle going on here in the midfield. Great lead one out. Just to play him on. Great little run. Tell you what, Angelo Kelly Rosales is having one heck of a game tonight. Ball picked up by Luke Lawrence. Luke Lawrence looking to play it back out wide to Gabriel Camarera. Javier Risco looks up front, plays the ball in. He's got a foul, but it wasn't there. Great job by Ruiz to settle it in. And Sockers once again content to move the ball around. Moving the ball across to Mobley. Mobley looking up, trying to find players up front to Kelly Rosales. Rosales now scans up front, trying to find it, settles in. Wisely playing back to Mobley as Sockers are looking to try to find ways to pick apart. A lot of times you guys can't see what's happening in front of play, but we have a lot more intelligent runs made by the Sockers. They start to pull them, push off that back line, trying to open up, and here's the result of what you see. Jaco, oh, keeper takes it. There's one touch, find the shot. Oh, a little unlucky. You know you'd want that one back. But it was the right idea at the right time, just a little bit unlucky on the touch. As Enrique would sure like to have another chance at that ball again. Sneebeck play the ball up front, high and quick. And it looks like keeper playing to keeper. Whoa, yeah.
We'll get a no call on that.
Holy cow. Well, I guess now you can push people from behind as hard as you can. Ball switched over to the other side. Mobley picks it up. Looking quickly to Kelly Rosales. Kelly Rosales looking around. Plays it in to Messias. Messias up front. Looks like Sockers have maybe pushed into a 3-front now, as they try to change formation and go into that 3-4, 4-3-3. Try to put a lot of pressure on that back line. And push in Isaac Sanchez is that winger forward, which makes a lot of sense. We'll see if that's indeed the case over the next few minutes in this part of the match. Probably a very wise adjustment at this point in the game.
That'll be the first offsides for Albuquerque. Right now we are in the 68th minute. Again, Sockers 0, Albuquerque 0.
Ball comes in, my size checks back. Looks like they've dropped Bruno into the defensive mid spot, or just to change that point. And it looks like Bruno's gone back to the target, but then they're switching back out. So now we got Enrique and Messias playing side by side. That being Giovanni. Ball goes out wide again to Angelo. Looks like the Sockers are trying to push numbers forward, trying to get that result. Ball played across, not a bad idea. Looking for Messias up front. And Jade takes it, puts out wide. Ball goes to Kelly. Kelly making a wide run on the flank, cuts it back into the inside. Quickly finds what a great little touch by Bruno. Whoa. Got a little bit, Sockers coming up a little unlucky. I mean, it's another quality chance. Enrique is right there in front of the goal. It was a great ball played in by Kelly Rosales to find that. And it looks like we'll have Jade Messias once again taking the free kick. Right now we're in the 70th minute of the game with a 0-0 tie.
So Sockers with corner kick.
Ball played to back post, flipped over. Just a little bit out. Take it in and luckily cleared out by Albuquerque.
I really enjoyed that driven ball that Jade sends in whenever he sends it in. Nothing else. Maybe it hits off the defender and goes in for our own goal.
Yeah, you can tell why he's taking the corner kick because he's got a sweet service. Looks like we have another substitution for the Sockers. It looks like Enrique is now leaving, and we have number 16, Ollie, coming into the game. Okay. Sockers, Angelo puts it, plays back to the goalkeeper. Ball settled back into Jacob. Jacob cuts back to the outside. Looks to play wide into Coons. Coons takes a touch, looking for the outside, trying to get the defender to buy, but great defensive pressure given. Nice little run back in. Ball served across, though. Number 7, keeper comes up over and wins the ball. I'll tell you what, he's had a heck of a game. James Sneebeck, really probably for the Albuquerque team, he'd be the player of the game for this evening. He's come with some excellent saves under tons of pressure.
We're currently in the 72nd minute. We have Sockers 0, Albuquerque 0.
Sockers patiently moving the ball around. Out to Nate Coons. Sanchez checks back inside, trying to find player looking for angles. Ball comes across. Jaco. Out wide to Jade Messias. Played into Ollie. Ollie surveying the field. Little rough touch there. Gives the ball back over to Albuquerque. As Ben Tinsdale looks to try to find something. Penetrates that defense, but great pressure by Ollie once again. Played out wide quickly to Gabriel Camara, who's pushing forward. Serves the ball across the field. And cleared out of danger for, I believe, is that the first corner kick for Albuquerque?
That would be the first corner kick for Albuquerque.
So the first corner kick for Albuquerque coming in the 73rd minute with a 0-0 score. It's a long time to go in the game without a corner kick, but this is exactly the kind of thing that kind of makes you nervous, especially, you know, given the way the game has been going and the amount of chances the Sockers have had in the game. And, you know, anybody who's been around the game and, you know, from a coaching standpoint, how many times do you get that one goal in that just destroys the game, even though you've worked hard and been the dominant player or dominant team each time this happened? Great service across. And it just sails safely out of bounds on the far side, giving the Sockers their goal kick. A dangerous service.
Anytime you give that driven ball, you're expecting that either get a head on it or maybe it hits off the defender and ricochets in just like a pinball.
Backed out to Ollie. Ollie surveying his deal. Just a little in front of Angelo. Tom smart to take the ball. Tom lays it back again. Ball driven forward just in the middle of the Sockers defense. Played out wide to Nate Coons. Nate Coons settles the ball, surveying the field. Alex Sanchez making runs up front. Everybody's going high for the Sockers right now. Nate Coons drives it to the inside, taking on his defender. A little much. I'll tell you, Ruiz doing a good job of tracking back and putting pressure to cover up the ball.
We're now in the 75th minute. Sockers nil, Albuquerque nil.
Again, great run by Ollie. Giovanni looking to try to open up the defense, drawing two defenders for Albuquerque. Giovanni takes it up, looking around. Giovanni looking to try to get that corner. I'll tell you what, that's not a bad service.
It's a great service.
Holy
Ball
cow,
was
the
really
pressure
spinning
too.
back in.
Yeah. Wow. A little unlucky. I'll tell you what, that could have been a goal because the keeper already pulled off his line to take in the cross. A nice little service into the box. Could have been one of those famous shot crosses. I'll tell you what, if you're Albuquerque, you got to be sitting back right now thinking if we could just hold out for another 15 minutes, come away with the point, that'd be a huge victory for Albuquerque.
Yeah, again, anytime you're on the road and you can gain any types of points, that's a big victory. The Sockers right now being on the road, making a 100% win record and gaining points off of that. So,
and especially the distance they've traveled has been pretty impressive. What a great tackle! I'll tell you what, Angelo Keller-Salas has had a heck of a game this evening. It's really got to say a lot about both of those outside backs and Nate Coons and Keller-Salas have done a really fantastic job of getting forward and attacking and then being able to drop back in and defend as well.
And that's one thing that Matt's worked really hard on with his outside backs is that they get into the attack. So love to watch that and love to watch Nate as he gets into the attack.
Now you see that same win having the effect on Killenborough that it did on Schneebeck earlier in the game.
Next game for the Sockers will be this Saturday against Albuquerque at 7:30 here at Grande Communication Stadium.
Oh, well done by Jade. Jade's looking forward, looking for those runs. Finds Giovanni. Giovanni wins. Good tackle, but picked up quickly by Sanchez. Sanchez cuts it across the back of the goal, and just nobody's there at that point. It's good defending by Albuquerque. Ball comes wide, quickly picked up by Angelo Salas, who finds it out wide. Which Jaco serves the ball across. Sanchez working hard. A good battle going between Risco and Sanchez. And it looks like winning a free kick by the Sockers. I think Risco probably has a point to fight his case. I think both players were going at it together. A dangerous spot for the Sockers. There's a discussion going on who's going to take it, but I think given the service that we've seen out of Jade, there's probably no question on who's going to take it. Messias looking, observing. Takes it, swings it across the middle of the box, and then cleared away. Put back in play by Angelo Keller-Salas, and then cleared once again out by Albuquerque.
Again, we're in the 78th minute here at Grande Communication Stadiums. Sockers nil, Albuquerque nil.
Ball played all the way back to Killenborough. Into Mobley. Mobley looking forward, plays the ball long. Oh, wow. Eesh.
It's a little dangerous play by that goalkeeper.
Yeah, no kidding. Looks like he had a hand on it. At the end of the day, it's probably the best decision, though. I mean, saved the goal. Kind of wonder if he lost the side of the 18. But it's not a kid you can lose on if you're Albuquerque, seeing as it didn't look like anybody on the roster was a goalkeeper besides himself. Ball played out wide. Angelo looking to cut inside, takes a move, slots it back across. Another great save. God, Schneebeck's having a heck of a game tonight. If he didn't make that save, there's a guy standing on the back post waiting to put that sucker in. Ball's played forward. Battle going on. Giovanni Messias putting pressure. Fortunately, the turf monster got him.
We're now in the 80th minute. Sockers nil, Albuquerque nil.
You're a soccer fan, you got to hope that we find a way to get that ball in the goal. But you got to think if it ends the way it is, there's one guy that deserves the man of the match.
Yeah, there's no doubt Albuquerque's goalkeeper has played well tonight. Albuquerque will be making its last sub, it looks like. We've got number 26 coming in. We got Nate Coons coming out. We got number 17 for the Sockers going in.
Here we go, ball settled in. Let's come across the field. Whoa, what a save. Yeah, that looked dangerous.
We got offsides on Albuquerque.
I'll tell you what, that was a little bit dangerous there. Hey, for those that are interested in the Copa America scores, right now we got Mexico and Jamaica tied at 0-0 in the 12th minute of the game. So once again, those that are interested in that score, 0-0, Jamaica, Mexico. And I'll tell you what, Moses Rodriguez almost had himself a heck of a chance. Outside the 18, not a lot of pressure. Luckily, we had a soccer player sitting right there ready to make the clearance. Great work by Sanchez again. Ball settled down quickly. Over to Jay Messias. Messias to Angelo, Kelly Rosales. Angelo looking, trying to find somebody. Good defending by Albuquerque. Tries to grab a hold, but once again, here he goes. What a great little run. Great touches, a little bit unlucky. One too many touches against 3 defenders. Ball played forward. Mobley giving pressure. Machado takes an unlucky bounce in favor, but wisely plays back to the keeper. Russ Kellenbro, who settles it down. Back to Machado. And back to Sanchez. Looks like Murillo's pushed up as the flank forward or flank midfielder, and Sanchez has dropped back into that outside back roll. Ball played in up front. What a great little run in. Giovanni
Just a little bit too much.
What a great idea, though.
We're at the 83rd minute here at Grande Communication Stadium. Sockers 0, Albuquerque 0.
So what, Ollie had a good vision up front. Just a little bit hot on his touch, but the exact right idea. Ruiz plays it out. A little bit of pressure put on. Good battle. Giovanni wins it. Messias back to... Oh, wow, this is a good little run here. What a great little ball up front. A little too much. Wow. Tell you what, Albuquerque's thanking lucky stars today. Must have brought the rabbit's foot with them. Ball played forward, a little chip ball in. Trying to get behind the back line of that Albuquerque defense, who's been very stingy tonight. Ball goes quickly in. Jaco looking for the ball. Jaco comes around the outside corner in. Shot in.
Again, when you look at the stats right now, you've got the Sockers that have taken 11 shots versus Albuquerque's 1 shot.
Ball played forward. Takes an unlucky header, but goes right to the goalkeeper. Angelo Kelly Rosales once again taking it up front. Quickly finds Ollie. Ollie lays it back to Fernando Machado, who's now coming forward. Looks for that slotted ball in behind the defense, but good positioning by the Albuquerque midfield. Ball plays out wide. Finds Jade Messias. Out wide to Kelly Rosales, just a little bit much. It's like that final pass is eluding him right now. And that's what we got to have this evening. Looks like we're in the 85th minute at this point with the score tied 0-0. Again, in the 16th minute in the Mexico-Jamaica game, it's 0-0 there as well.
We've got another sub for the Sockers, number 5 coming in for number 3.
That's Grant Mobley. Ball played forward. Giovanni. Messias looks back. Holds it up. Comes across the back line of the Albuquerque defense. Looks like we got Grant Mobley wide open on the flank. They play him out there, out wide. He looks to take on the defender. Looks to cut it to his right foot. Plays it across. Oh, nicely played. He's got to get it off his feet a little quicker. And Albuquerque plays it out. So 4 minutes left plus stoppage time to score a goal to pick up this win. Ball played across and safely out for a goal kick for Albuquerque. And a free kick taken. Schneebeck plays it all the way up front. In the battle. Machado picking it up. Playing it out wide to Grant Mobley. Grant Mobley looks up front. Trying to find players. The Sockers looking to try to find a way to break this defense. Giovanni Messias gets it. Plays it back into Jay Messias. Looking for Grant Mobley. Then cleared out for another corner kick for the Sockers. How many corner kicks are we at now for the Sockers?
This will now be the 7th corner kick for the Sockers.
And still one for the Soul. Boy, they're holding off for dear life. Once again, 3 minutes left in the match, plus stoppage time.
And actually, they've called a throw-in on that, so we're still only sitting at 6 corners.
And a long throw by Grant. Right into the 18. Ball cleared away again. Great work rate shown by Giovanni.
Sending offsides for Albuquerque.
It's crazy. Sanchez plays it off Soul player. Once again, referee's pretty stern about where you take the throw-ins in this game. Soccer's looking to move it around, finding those gaps. They're giving a lot of space right in front of that back four, but once they try to split the back four, Soul doing a good job of covering up those angles and covering up those splits.
We are currently in the 88th minute here at Grande Communications Stadium. Sockers 0, Albuquerque 0.
And Thomas Ramos looked almost to have a chance at that. Ball goes out wide to Grant Mobley. Grant Mobley scanning the field. Finds Ollie. Ollie looking up front, trying to find a player. Great little pass outside as Giovanni Messias takes a cut back with the inside of his foot. Looks to get to his left foot, but plays it across the goal.
You'd almost like to see that he takes that shot with his left foot instead of passing it off.
I'd have to agree with that. Grant Mobley collects it back up, but Giovanni working his tail off once again, not to give up time. And that was a clearance, which then picks up again for Mobley. Plays it out for an Albuquerque throw-in, but you guys look at Albuquerque not really rushing to take this throw. Not looking to play it back in as we're in the 1 minute left plus stoppage time. And if they can hold on just a little bit longer, they'll come out with a point. And so they play it back in to the goalkeeper. Now, you see the tempo pick up for the Sockers as they're trying to pick up that ever-elusive goal to go and get the 3 points out of this game. Fernando Machado plays it out wide to Grant Mobley. Grant Mobley looking, cuts inside, looking up front, trying to find that player to play to. Puts his head down, looks for the flank. Plays it across, then we got a ball in. Great little touch there. He's in the middle of the defense as Jay Messias looks to try to play it in. Once again, Soul pack it in. put the numbers where they need to be and close the gaps. You cannot fault the planning or the play right now of Albuquerque is that take this road game and to come out here with a point is going to be a big victory, especially against the division leading Sockers. Got a long throw. You can kind of see what they're looking at doing. And once again, the referee elects to have no stoppage time put into the game. Yeah, I hate to say this, but I'm not so sure about that. Given all the substitutions that took place, there is no way.
So the referee has called it into the game at the 90th minute, no added time, and actually it was probably about
Wow.
10 seconds earlier than even the 90th minute. He's just ready to be home.
I'll tell you what, I guess this guy's enjoying his paycheck. I guess, when it says 45-minute halves, that's what you get is 45-minute halves.
Yeah.
Wow, that is unbelievable.
Yeah.
There's no way, with as many substitutions that took place, that there's not at least a minute or so of stoppage time.
Again, this game is over with. 90th minute, Sockers 0, Albuquerque 0. When you're the Sockers here, you've maintained possession of the game. You've had 11 shots on goal. Albuquerque, or 11 shots, not on goal, but 11 shots. Albuquerque's had 1 shot. Now, what could you have done better? And that's one thing you're going to have to think about this week is what could you have done in to finish the game?
Wow, I don't know. I'm still kind of in shock over the time thing. I got to agree with the coaching staff and the Sockers players. That is unbelievable.
Yeah, that's
Wow. Not seen anything like that.
Well, again,
Anyway.
I guess he's got a flight to catch or something. Who knows?
That is crazy. I've never seen that. I mean, I'm still in shock. But hats off go to the Soul. I thought they had a great game plan. You had a good crowd tonight, and I think they did exactly what they had to do. You had to get points out of the game. Obviously you'd probably want to pick up a victory to get 3 points to get yourself back on track for at least a playoff spot. But, a smart game plan, get a point, and go out of here. And especially, given the fact that getting a little extra 10 seconds put into the game because the clock hadn't even run out yet, and he's already blowing the whistle. Sometimes you see that with a game that's out of control as far as score. You see sometimes with a game when the players are out of control themselves. But, wow, it looked to be a pretty clean play game across the board.
Yeah. I think that's where in the PDL side of it, they need to do a little bit better of having somebody here to assess games in looking at that aspect of it. But it is what it is, and again, as the Sockers, they're going to have to maintain their composure and get back out here on Saturday to gain those 3 points at home. So
I'll tell you what, for those of y'all that are Copa America fans, right now we've got a score, and this will probably be the last thing until we go back down for post-game interviews. But it looks like in the 18th minute, Javier Hernandez scored a goal, so making it 1-0 in favor of Mexico. But, hey, we look forward to seeing you guys on Saturday. If you leave us, like I said, give us a few minutes. We'll be down for post-game interviews of the players. But, wow. Interesting. Yeah, good game. And we'll see you
again,
guys.
Zebras, you come down, buy you a hat. We'll make sure that the Sockers get that signed for you, $10 hats that you're looking for. Thank you all for joining us, and we'll see you all in a second as we do our post interviews.